Hello! Every now and then a film comes around that leaves a long-lasting impression on me and I can't stop thinking about. The film that succeeded in that was 2007's No Country for Old Men. Now, in that film, the plot is rather straightforward, but the film's layered themes of violence, greed, and justice make it really noteworthy to talk about. And one of the interesting themes I want to talk about today is that of morality and fate, particularly how the film's villain, Anton Chigurh, carries out his actions with his own moral code. So, please enjoy, and remember, there are spoilers ahead. The film begins with a man out hunting. He is named Llewellyn Moss, played by Josh Brolin. He stumbles upon a drug deal gone wrong, and amongst the bodies he finds a briefcase with $1 million. He can't resist and tries his luck by trying to go on the run with it. Although he later finds himself being hunted by a mysterious hitman, Anton, played by Javier Bardem. All the while, an aged lawman, Sheriff Bell, played by Tommy Lee Jones, tries to protect Moss, whilst also reflecting on the world around him changing. So, with that covered, let's get into why morality is an interesting aspect of this film. Throughout the film, the actions carried out by Anton are in line and according to his own set of morals. Morals which cannot be understood by any other character in the film. Seemingly, he kills without remorse or even a shred of emotion. There seems to be a few circumstances that are vital when he is choosing a victim. If he sees that the person is in his way, if someone who isn't faithful to their own code, and if someone is seen as bothering him, but not directly in his way, he will wager on their survival with a 50-50 coin toss. The coin toss plays a big part of his character as it leaves all of the decisions up to chance, almost as a way to bypass the guilt of his actions. A scene where this is most present is the scene where Anton goes to purchase fuel. In theory, a rather mundane and pointless scene, but in fact gives much insight into this person who we actually know nothing about or where he comes from. The scene starts off with Anton entering the small shop. The clerk begins to give small talk to Anton, a thing we learn is something he hates. When the clerk raises questions about his location, he becomes confrontational and turns his full attention to the clerk in a serious manner. The man tries to play off the tension, but Anton won't let his words go and continues to press him. The man starts to show his fear. Chigurh ignores this and he decided that the man is already a victim. He brings out a coin and tells the man to either pick heads or tails, but doesn't tell him what the circumstances are. The clerk affirms that he didn't put anything up. He is unaware of what awaits him. Eventually he calls heads. He wins. Chigurh is almost relieved at this and leaves, letting the man live. This scene is crucial in establishing his corrupt view of the world. The gas station scene is similarly mirrored in another scene towards the film's end. Leading up to it, Chigurh has sworn to Moss that he will come for his wife if he does not come forth with the money, and we find out this deal doesn't pan out. Moss is killed by the cartel and the money lies out there somewhere, not in Chigurh's hands. Anton thus completes the end of the deal and tracks down Carla Jean. What's similar about this scene and the other at the gas station is that Chigurh knows his motivations, but his victims do not, and if they call wrong, they find out. This was the case for the clerk, but not for Carla Jean, who knows Anton's intentions for being there. To kill her. Anton asks her to call, but she refuses. There is no point. Anton becomes more agitated, and the scene closes with him leaving the house, checking his shoes. It's heavily implied that he has killed her. He felt like this was something he needed to do because he gave his word for it. His business was with money, not her. Part of me feels like he had a hint of remorse, which is why the option of chance was presented to her, even though she knew the outcome. Anton sees himself as a sort of agent of fate. Part of his justification is that he believes his killings are just meant to happen along the way. Although he kills throughout, he does spare a few who play into his moral guidelines, like the clerk earlier in the film. Another one would be the receptionist who he asks for Moss's whereabouts. He enters the room and asks the woman where Moss works. She refuses, as she cannot give away those types of details. Anton's tone of voice changes and asks again. She declines again. Anton tries again and she still does not give him what he wants. He leaves the office, letting her live. Now, some viewers think that he let her survive because he hears a toilet flush in the background, indicating there is more than one person around, so it wouldn't be wise to try and kill her. Although some think this, others, I included, feel he let her live due to her sticking by her own code without disclosing the information. The scene with the accountant is usually a 50-50 opinion with those who have seen it. After Chigurh kills the businessman, a young accountant is there to witness his death. The accountant responds to Chigurh in an efficient manner, with none of the small talk or unnecessary emotions that Anton despises. The accountant wastes no time in asking Chigurh if he's going to kill him. The question appeals to Anton, who, as mentioned earlier, sees himself as an agent of fate. He asks the accountant,
"That depends. Do you see me?"
before the scene ends, viewer not knowing if he killed him or not. Although it's left ambiguous, I am leaning towards that he let him live, due to the fact that Anton's morals throughout the film have been consistent with the way he acts, and the question with "do you see me" refers to Anton wanting to operate like a shadow. Anyone who's seen him is a problem. So it depends on what you think the accountant answered with, that dictates whether he lived or he died. The only scene in the film where Anton is seen as vulnerable is in one of the last scenes of the film. After Chigurh leaves Carla Jean's house, he gets into a car accident that almost kills him. A scenario that is based on chance, just like a coin toss. Chigurh limps away from the car with a fractured arm, a bone protruding from the wound. Two boys witness the accident and go over to assist Anton. Anton asks for the boy's shirt. When the boy gives it to him, he rewards their innocence with money. Before leaving the scene, he tells the boys,
"You didn't see me."
again adding to the fact that he wants to pass through almost like a ghost. He limps away and is assumed that he has once again escaped. Anton, to me, is like the personification of death. You can't reason with it, and you can't run from it. So, this wraps up my discussion of this film. Did you agree or disagree with my points? If so, leave a comment below and tell me what you thought. And remember to leave a like in this video and subscribe to ACTV. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, a blonde walks into a bar. She says, "Ouch."